Chandan Kumar Parida, please switch off your camera. Yes, guys. Yesterday we spent time on set rejection and construct rejection. Okay. Real-time DI. Real-time dependency injection. Background preparation. Real-time DI background preparation. Okay. Mini project. Development. Mini project development. Cool, guys. Limitations of 1 minute. A typical project contains the following logics. Presentation logics. Logic giving user interface. Logic giving user interface. Next, business logic. What logic, guys? Business logic. Also called as service logic. Logic performing calculations, analyzations. Logic performing calculations, analyzations, come on, filterings, sorting, and etc. Next, persistence logic. Persistence logic, come on. Persistence logic. Performing CURD operations. CURD means what, guys? Code operations. Insert, update, delete, and select operations. Insert, update, delete, and select operation. Code, crude, all are one and the same, guys. Indians says code, foreigner says crude. Operations on database software. On database software. These are the main logics we'll be having. Main logics. And etc. Limitations of keeping. Come on. Limitations of keeping. Limitations of keeping multiple logics in single Java class. Limitations of keeping multiple logics in single Java class. Number one, multiple logics will be mixed up. Multiple logics will be mixed up. So we can say there is no clean separation between logics. multiple logics will be mixed up. So we can say there is no clean separation between logics. Are you getting my point, guys? Come on. Multiple logics will be mixed up. So we can say there is no clean separation between logics. Yeah, all are mixed up, guys. Array, it is like bachelor room, guys. Single room will be there. That is kitchen, that is bedroom, that is living room, that is dining room. Everything happens there. So room looks clumsy or not? Code looks clumsy or not? Code becomes very clumsy. Next, the modifications done in one kind of logics affects other kind of logics. Affects other kind of logics. Come on, guys. Yeah, listen, maintenance and enhancement of the project becomes complex. Maintenance and the enhancement of the project becomes complex. Maintenance and enhancement of the, array, what do you mean by maintenance? After releasing project, we will get the bugs. After releasing the project, we will get the bugs, right? Come on. Okay, fixing the bugs is called maintenance. Fixing the bugs is called maintenance. Understanding? What do you mean by enhancement, guys? What do you mean by enhancement? Array, already 10 features are there. I want to add 11th feature. Come on. Add in new features. Okay, that is array in both concepts. In both concepts, existing code modifications will be there or not. Array, when all logics are mixed up, how you modify existing code? If all things are there in a single room, kitchen item, bedroom item, hall item, living room item. So do you think enhancements and maintenance of that room becomes easy? Very difficult. Yes or no? Na? Right. Next, parallel development. Parallel development is not possible. Okay. Are maintenance projects, supporting projects, one and the same, Ra Babu. Come on. Okay. Parallel development is not possible. So the productivity is poor. Productivity is poor. What the point? Parallel development is not possible, so productivity. Array, every class, everyone should write every logic. So parallel development is possible. Huh? Can business logic developer, persistence logic developer can work parallelly? Can presentation logic developer, business logic developer can work parallelly? No, no. That's why productivity is very, very poor or not. Okay. Array, what do you mean by productivity? Doing more work in less time with a good accuracy is called good productivity. Parallel development is not possible. Definitely parallel development is not possible. Solidly parallel development is not possible. Are you listening my statement, boss? Come on. Are you understanding my statement here, guys? Parallel development is not possible. So the productivity is poor, guys. So the productivity is poor. After that, okay, it is not industry standard. It is not industry standard. industry standard approach. It is not industry standard approach to develop the software applications. Yeah. Do you think industry prefers this approach, guys? Writing every logic. Do you prefer staying in bachelor room for a long time? No, na boss. What do you prefer? 3 BHK flat, 4 BHK flat you generally prefer, right? Okay, guys. To overcome these problems, okay, and develop the application. Develop the application or project as the layered application. Layered application or project where multiple logics, multiple category logics will be placed in multiple logical or physical partitions. Logical physical partitions, nothing but layers of the project. Nothing but layers of the project. Where multiple category logics will be placed in multiple logical or physical partitions. Nothing but layers of the project. Come on, guys. Yes, guys. This is how we have to think about how to overcome this one, guys. Yes, guys. A layer is a logical or physical partition. Logical or physical partition of the project having one or more resources. Having one or more resources. Understanding my point, guys? One or more resources, files or classes representing certain category logics. Simply representing certain category logics. For example, presentation layer represents presentation logics. Yeah, presentation layer can have what, guys? One or more classes. One or more classes or files. Next, one or more, next one, service layer. What layer, guys? Service layer. One or more classes or files represents what logic? Service logics. Persistence layer. What layer, guys? Persistence layer, which is also called DAO layer. Come on. One or more classes or files represents what? Persistence logics. DAO means data access object. That is also one design pattern, guys. That is also one design patterns. Okay. Next, when these many departments are there, there should be one controlling department, monitoring department. Come on. When departments are increased, there should be one controlling department or not. When multiple HODs are there, one principal is required or not to control those HOD fellows. When multiple insurance companies are there in India, controlling them, there is a IRDA organization, Insurance Regulatory Authority of India. Since multiple telecom providers are there in India, controlling these telecom providers' activities and policies, there is a TRAI company, Telecom Regulatory Authority of India. When multiple real estate companies are there doing constructions, right? Controlling these Real estate company, there is a RERA Act. There is a RERA Act. What is the RERA? Real estate, real estate regulatory authority. Real estate regulatory authority. Come on. Otherwise, these builders are cheating the customers. That's why everything should come into RERA, boss. Okay. For banks, RBI is there. Array for software companies, NASCAM is there. In India, for software companies, NASCAM. Right. Array, now India is streamlining every process, guys. Every process, whatever unorganized sector is there, they are trying to bring into what? Okay, organized sector. That recently, earlier real estate business, lot of builders do lot of cheating with what? Customers. Yeah, for stock market, SEBI is there, right? For stock market, SEBI is there. For graduation education, UGC is there. For engineering colleges, AICT is there, right? If I start talking, so many things are there. Let it be. Shall we get into my point, guys? Okay. Yeah, common sense and present. That is very, very important. Yeah, controller layer. Controller layer. Okay, generally one class. Generally one class. Because if yeah, for cricket teams, ICC are there. On cricket boards, ICC is there. For a football team, FIFA is there. Array, don't let me to talk about. Mind is going somewhere. Controller layer represents controlling or monitoring logics. Controller layer represents controlling or monitoring logics. Yes, this is one extra layer, guys. So many layers will be there, guys. Okay, no main class. All are representing this one. All are important only. Every layer is having its own importance. Okay, now listen. Standalone layered application. Layered application. How does it looks? Here is my client application. Application or applications. Here is my controller class. Here is my service classes. Class or classes. Here is my DAO classes. Class or classes. Here is my database software. Database software. Yes, guys. What it contains, my dear? Presentation logics. What it contains? Presentation logics. Presentation logic. So this what? Monitoring logics. Controlling or monitoring logic. Which client application generated request should go to which business method of which service class. Which service class generated result should act as what? Should go to which client application. It acts as a supervisor. It acts as a supervisor, guys. Monitoring logics. Next one. What it contains? Business logic or service logic. Business logic or service logic. Next. Persistence logic. What logic, guys? Persistence logic. Persistence. Access logic. Okay. Persistence logic. Data storage. This is acting as a data store. This acts as a data source. Okay. Service Shayali Pathak, please attend classes from the beginning. Joining lately, asking what is that, what is this. It is not only waste your time and also waste my time, my dear. I request everyone should attend classes from the beginning, from the minute one every day. After listening entire Ramayana, she is asking what is service logic. Business logic or service logic. Logic performing calculations, analyzation, filterings, sortings, and etc. Discussed or nada? Discussed or nada? So that's why please be on time. Right. This is the data store, guys. Data store where data will be maintained. Okay. Yeah. See, guys, it's looking like a 3 BHK flat or not? 3 BHK flat or not? Come on. It is like bachelor single room. It is like bachelor single room. It is like 3 BHK flat. It is like 3 BHK flat. Yes, guys. Tell me here, what is this? Presentation layer. Yes, guys. Controller layer. This is service layer. This is DAO or persistence layer. DAO or persistence layer. Okay, guys. This is data storage layer. Data storage. Yes, guys. All layers are there now, boss. Come on. Array, in standalone environment, why HTML JSPs will be there, Nagendra? Dirty fellow. This is standalone application. Standalone application contains HTML JSPs. Muddy fellows. Okay, this is what? Standalone. Here in standalone, what is that? Scanner, system.out.println, AWT, swings. These are the presentation logics or not? Muddy fellows. SOP. Scanner. Scanner is there to read, right? AWT. Swing components. Okay. AWT swing component, Java FX component. They are, please see the title, standalone application. Got it? Okay. Now tell me, web-based layered application. Web-based layered application. You want to develop layered application as a web application, guys. Web application. Now tell me here. JSP or HTML. JSP or HTML pages. Pages. JSP or HTML pages. Remaining all things are same with the minor changes. What is that minor change? I will tell. Okay. Here controller servlet class. Controller is a servlet component, guys. Array, to take HTML JSP generated request, servlet component is required or not required? Servlet component is required or not required? Yes, remaining all are same, guys. All are same, guys. Come on. Controller means just monitoring logic. Okay, business logics will be there. Okay, here what is this? Purely presentation logics, guys. Here, purely presentation logic. Okay. Yes, listen, I'll give one small example here. I want to read SNO, SNAME, marks 1, marks 2, marks 3, marks 3 from end user, presentation logic. I passed them to controller. Controller won't do anything. It's like a supervisor. Monitoring controller is like supervisor. He won't do anything but makes others to work. Supervisor. It's like what? Supervisor. Tell me. Nice, guys. Now listen carefully. Monitoring logics, guys. It's like supervisor. Supervisor won't work. He makes others to work. He will divide the work, right? He will divide the work. It won't do any calculation, nothing. Just receives appropriate request from appropriate client and passes to appropriate service class. Receives appropriate request from appropriate HTML or JSP, passes to appropriate service class. Receives results from service class method, passes to appropriate HTML or JSP. It's like monitoring purpose. Single point monitor. Controller is single point monitor, so that we can apply some common services like security, logging, because all are coming to this place now. Anything, everything happens under monitoring of this controller. Okay, guys. I think you got a clarity. It's looking like 3 BHK flat or 4 BHK flat, guys. You understood what is the role of layered application, guys? Everyone getting my point here? Okay. Let us understand each and everything of one by one. DAO. DAO class. Data access object class. DAO class, nothing but data access object class. Yes, boss. Now listen very carefully here. Database softwares like Oracle, MySQL, and etc. are called. Listen, these wordings will follow you for lifetime. After joining company, every project is layered application. Every project is layered application. Please focus. I will give one project. I will make you people to develop 1-2 projects as assignments. Okay. If you complete assignment, then I will get confidence. Yes, you are following me. If you don't complete assignment, again, I will feel that you are not following me. This is very important for me. Everyone will learn subject with POCs. Come on. Okay. But I want to teach everything in project angle. So first attempt is happening in that angle. Sir, you said real-time dependency injection. Wait a minute. Once these layers explanation is over, I only talk about how dependency injection will be used here. Very, very interesting, guys. Very, very interesting. Right, guys. Data Oracle MySQL are called data storage technologies. Storage technologies. Okay. JDBC, Hibernate, Spring JDBC, Spring ORM. Yes. Yeah, if you want, you can go for MongoDB kind of non-SQL MongoDB. Spring ORM, Spring Data JPA, and etc. Okay, guys, and etc. are given to access and manipulate the data of database softwares. Understanding my statement? Okay. So they are called data access technologies or frameworks. I think you got the clarity, guys. What are data access technologies? The Java class whose code is come on, really, Satish Raj, I'm really happy. If you give me that much credit to my knowledge, I'll be more happy. I'm here to share that kind of knowledge only to you people. The Java class whose code is written using one or another data access technologies or frameworks to separate persistence logics from other logics of the project. To separate persistence logics from other logics of the project and to make the persistence logics as the reusable logics and flexible logics to modify is called DAO class. Everyone getting my point here, guys? Comfortable? Now you got the idea why they are called database softwares are called data storage technologies. Okay, JDBC Hibernate called what? Data access technologies. The code in DAO class will be written by using data access technologies. That's why this class is called DAO class. You know the why, you got the idea why it is named as DAO? Everyone knows DAO, but now I'm questioning why it is named as DAO. It is named as DAO because its code is based on what? Data access technologies. Its code is written by using what? Data access technologies. Okay, guys. DAO class should have only business logic. Sorry, only persistence logic. Performing code operations. You should not have even C is equal to A plus B kind of business logic. C is equal to A plus B kind of business logic. Are you getting my point here, guys? Come on. That much strictly, guys. That much strictly. DAO class can use Okay, if conditions are allowed, but generally we try to avoid, guys. DAO class can use either direct JDBC connection objects, direct JDBC connection object, or what? Array chord operation means insert, update, delete, select operations are technically called as chord operation. C for create, R for read, U for update, D for delete. I think you have not done any JDBC classes with anyone, it seems. Insert, update, delete, select operations in shortcut, they are called as chord operations. Okay, either direct JDBC connection object or pooled JDBC connection object. Array pooled JDBC connect. Array pooled means ready-made connection object. Direct means manually created connection object. Everyone getting my point? The connection object that is gathered from connection pool is called pooled connection object. I will take much on this later. I will take much on this later. Come on. Okay. Insert, update, delete, and select operations are called chord operations. Okay. Yeah. Pooled connection object means it will collect the connection object from connection pool. Okay. Two types of JDBC connection objects. Two types of JDBC connection. Number one, direct JDBC connection object. Direct JDBC connection object. Number two, pooled JDBC connection object. Right. Yes, guys. Created by the programmer manually. Created by the programmer manually. Collected from the JDBC connection. JDBC connection pool. It is a ready-made JDBC connection object. If needed, it will be created on demand. Array, it is purchasing book on our own. It is collecting book from library. Here 10 books will be kept in the library, but that will be given service to 100 students. One title, 10 copies. But service will be given to 1,000 students. But here every student will have his own copy of book because it is manually created one. Every time new connection object. Here ready-made connection objects now, by keeping less connection objects, we can make more clients, more requests talking to database software. Everyone getting my point? Array, basic point, basic point. DAO class can use either direct JDBC connection object or pooled JDBC connection object for interacting with the database software. For interacting with the database software. String constant pool is there, na same concept. For the timing, you assume like this. Next, guys. Okay, next, guys. Every DAO class. Acha, one more. This is very important. If project is having less than 500, less than 100 tables, 100 DB tables, then take one DAO class per 1 DB table. If project is having greater than or equal to 100 DB tables, then take 1 DAO class per related 4 to 5 DB tables. Related 4 to 5 DB table. Everyone getting my point? Array, more. Okay. One DAO class per one DB table. If less than 100 tables are there. If more than 100 tables are there, one DAO class per related 4-5 DB tables. Array, more tables means you try to reduce number of DAO classes. If less tables are there, try to take DAO class on one per table basis. Everyone getting my point? Come on. Okay. Right, guys. Can I have persistence logic calling PL/SQL procedures and functions? Yeah, DAO class can even maintain persistence logic that calls PL/SQL procedures and functions, guys. Every DAO class contains two parts. Number one, query part. All SQL queries will be placed. Array, these are golden points. I'm talking out of my experience. Please focus. Will be placed at the top of the class, guys. At the top of the class as private string constant values. Nothing but private static final string variables. You have to take them as what? Private static final string variables. Everyone getting my point? Why, sir? Why should I add at the top of the class? Array, my DAO class is having 20 method performing 20 persistence operation on same table. If I write every query of each persistence operation inside the method, come on, inside the method, tomorrow table name changed, column name changed, or some other thing is changed, I should search in 10 method, where is the query, right? But if all queries are written at the top of the class, whenever table name, column name, or something else is changed in the queries, I can go to the top, I can modify the query, right? All SQL queries will be placed at the top of the class in uppercase letters. What letters, guys? Uppercase letters. Why? They should be differentiated from other variables. Example, private static final string. Okay. Array, generally constant variable names will be there in uppercase, guys. The constant variable names will be there in uppercase. Get underscore all underscore employees. Select star from EMP. Select star from EMP. This is the example, guys. Inside the DAO class, we should write where this code inside the DAO class. Sir, why private? Array, this query should not be visible outside the class. Why? Each DAO, one table. Why this query should be visible to other DAOs? Why static? So that people can use this variable without object. Why final? Array, people should not think about modifying this query in the rest of the class. Once assigned, it's a fixed and final, right? Why string? I'll murder you. Why string? Because it is a string content. Text content, right? Why variable name is there in uppercase, that too separate with underscore symbol. If it is a normal variable, you can take in any notation. Generally, static final variables are called constants. Okay, to differentiate constant variables in what? Other variables, we take in uppercase. Taking uppercase is what? Suggestion, not a rule. And why are you taking query in uppercase? Come on. Okay. Right. Why are you taking query in uppercase? To differentiate from Java code. To differentiate from Java code. Queries are not case sensitive, but still you should write in uppercase. It's a recommended to write uppercase. Come on, guys. Sahadev, you can take properties file, but that's a secondary option. That's a secondary option. Come on. Nagendra, in one DAO class, you take multiple method, you perform card operations of multiple tables. Right. Why private static finals are? Array, just now I completed the discussion, Sipun Rai. Again came back. Again came back. I think I should take double lunch, double dinner, boss. 2 minutes back, I discussed. Private, to make this query specific to current class. Static, to make this query accessible without object. Final, to make people not modifying the queries. Understanding my statement? Why string? I will murder. Okay, why a variable name in uppercase? Because to tell that it is not a normal variable, it is constant variable. Why query in uppercase? To differentiate from Java code. Okay, to differentiate from Java code. I should write, guys. If I don't write, you will ask me like this only. That's why I made my teaching style. Whatever I speak, I am writing. So many people think that why Sir writes everything. If I don't write, people, again, what is that, Sir? What is this, Sir? Especially I have done this habit while conducting online classes only. If I speak one word, I started writing on the screen so that if you miss my wording in the listening, at least you will study there. Okay. Now you understood why I'm writing each and every wording on the screen? Because online classes, mind somewhere, body somewhere. Okay. And that too, I don't want to leave you people with what? Disappointment. Okay. To make query specific to current class. Specific to current class. Static. Static. To access query without object. Directly we can access, guys. Without object. Next, to access query without object. Final. Final. Come on. What is this? To make sure that query is not modified, not going to be modified, not going to be modified in rest of the program. Rest of the program. Okay, na boss? Right. Recommended to take in uppercase to differentiate from the regular Java code. Regular Java code. Right? Happy boss? Yes, boss. Next one is what? Code part. Code part. Yeah. Tell me what is code part? Java methods having persistence logic developed using persistence technologies or frameworks like JDBC, Hibernate, Spring JDBC, Spring ORM, Spring Data JPA. Right now, market leader is Spring Data JPA, guys. Spring Data JPA. Okay. Now, happier boss. Yeah, this is about DAO class. Less table, one per each, one DAO for each table. More tables, one DAO for 4-5 tables together. 4-5 tables related card operation, you should write in a single DAO class. Don't worry, when I develop the sample code, you will get the clear cut idea. Just try to understand what is what. Just try to understand what is what. Got it? Okay. Yeah, lot of improvisation I am going to do. Okay, shall we move to next one? Service class. I think the people who already know about DAO, they got some more better knowledge about DAO, guys. You studied same DAO or you studied some extra knowledge about DAO. Clarity is coming. Okay, that is most important, guys. Yeah, the Java class that contains, yeah, that contains business logic or service logic representing what is that? Calculations. Already said one more time. Calculations, analyzations, filterings, sorting, and etc. A number of things, guys. Okay, it is one per module, guys. It is one class per module. One class per module. I know you will ask me what is module. Okay. Tell me. University project. University project. Array, each department is not a module. Please, if you are thinking like that, go away. Okay. University project. Array, all admissions related activities. Admissions module 1. Admissions module. Next, examinations. Examinations. Okay, modules. Next, academics. Array, conducting classes ra babu. Academics. Next, okay, sports. One module. Next, what is this? Payroll. Payroll module. Array, payment ra babu. Payroll module. Next, like this, lot of modules will be there or not? Lot of modules will be there or not? Extracurricular activities or co-curricular activities. Co-curricular activities. Next, okay, payroll deals with accounts only, boss. Payroll deals with what? And accounts. Promotions or placements. Come on. Next, HR department. HR department. Array, these are a lot of modules we are having, boss. Academics module, sports module, co-curricular activities module, placement module, HR department module. Array, these many modules are there. Na? A library module also will be there. Okay, this will be taken on one per module basis. One per module basis. DAO is one per table. That means if needed, one service can take the support of multiple DAO classes. It is one per module basis. It is one class per module. One class per module basis. Purely contains business logics. Purely contains business logics. Oblique service logics. Everyone got the clarity here or not? Yes, guys. This is about service class, guys. Next, what is this? Controller class. The Java class that contains. Okay. The Java class that contains purely monitoring logic. Okay. Purely monitoring logics. Monitoring logics. Okay. This class code controls all the activities of the application. All the activities of the application. Understanding my statement, guys? All the activities of the application. It is one per module. It is one class per one class. Array, one class per project, not module. One class per project. Yes, guys. Makes appropriate client application or presentation component, also called view component, talking to appropriate service class and vice versa. Reverse also true. Vice versa. Vice versa means what? Seriously, reverse also true, guys. Seriously, literally what, guys? Vice versa. Yes. No. When service class is there to develop the business logic, why should I develop in controller class? That too, it is one per project. One per entire project. It won't be there multiple. So, okay, it is like supervisor, guys. It is like a supervisor. Supervisor work, he will make others. Supervisor works, he will make others to work. Come on. Supervisor works, he makes others to work. Listen. Okay, client application gives SNO, SNAME, marks 1, marks 2, marks 3. Controller takes them, won't do anything, passes them to service class. Service class calculates total average, generates the rank, passes necessary details to DAO like student number, name, total average rank. Okay, DAO takes them, writes them to database table as a record. Writes them to database table as a record. That result comes to DAO. DAO passes to service. Service passes to controller. Controller passes to client. Client passes to end user. Understanding my statement, guys? Controller is having any serious logics? No. Only monitoring logic. Array, once coding is started, project manager writes the code, monitors the code. Once coding is started, project leader, project manager writes the code, monitors the code. But at the same time, their presence is required or not required. They don't write code, but they monitors the code. So monitoring is also very important or not. And it's not a Java bean class, right? Dirty fellow. Java bean class is also involved in the coding. It's not a helper class, it's a main one. Monitoring is also one work. Project manager is helper. No, his work is not to write code. His work is to monitor code, to check the quality of the code, to check whether standards are followed or not. That kind of activity it is. Understanding? How to know whether it is monitoring or not? Array, we only should write the code, ra babu. Array, it will maintain some logging logics, guys, security logics, guys, auditing logics, guys, keeping track of which request going to which service, which result of service going to which client application. All the additional logics it will maintain to enable that auditing and monitoring. Are you getting my point, guys? It won't do any validations. Validations will also happen in service only, boss. Okay, it's like supervisor. Makes appropriate client application or presentation component or view component talking to appropriate service class and vice versa. After giving this much clarity also, again people says, what is this, sir? It's a bridge, Babu. It's a just a bridge. Okay. It contains. Okay. It contains. Tell me, guys. It contains additional logics like logging, auditing, and see the name controller. It is not self-implied name. See the name supervisor. See the name project manager. They are not having self-implication, boss. Why are you thinking that much, boss? It won't contain any serious logic, but these logics will control all the activities of the application, right? Kundan Kumar, I said controller. Why it will handle exceptions, Rababu? It contains additional logics like auditing and etc. to enable more control and auditing on the project. To enable more control and auditing, more control and monitoring on the project. Lagging keeps track or not, guys? Control and monitoring on the project. Okay, guys. All the activities of the application. All the activities of the application must take place. Okay, must take place under the monitoring of controller. Under the monitoring of controller. Yes, guys. Lastly, what is this, guys? Client application or view components or HTML JSP components. Right. Okay. Client application, view component, HTML JSP components. Right, guys. Right, guys. Contains presentation logics. Providing user interface to end user. User interface to end user. Responsible to gather inputs from end user and to display results, to gather inputs from end user and to display results for end user. Inputs from end user and to display results for end user. Are you getting my point there or not? Are you understanding my statement here, boss? To gather inputs from end user and to display results for end user. To display results for end user. Okay, guys. Okay. Any exception raised in any layer, in any layer during the execution of the project, during the execution of the project, should be propagated. Propagated means passed, guys. Passed to client application to display to end user. Okay, listen, guys. In DAO, problem rise. Let us assume I have suppressed this problem in this layer itself. Array, end user is giving inputs to presentation tier component. Na? End user is giving inputs to client application. Success is getting result from client application. Output from client application when it is success. When it is failure, if he is not getting anything, from the client application or presentation tier component, it's purely meaningless or not? It's a purely meaningless or not? Come on. So that's why problems raised here should be propagated to service. Problems raised in service and DAO problem should be propagated to controller. Controller also should propagate to client so that client can pass to end user. Suppose here problem raised, exception raised. Using try catch block, I have suppressed the problem. Because whenever exception raised in try block, control goes to catch block. So in the catch block itself, exception will be suppressed or not? In the catch block itself, exception will be suppressed or not? Okay. If it is not passing exception to service, how does it pass to controller? If it is not passed to service and controller, how does it pass to client? If it is not passed to client, how does it will pass to end user, guys? So that's why you should not think about catching and handling exception and suppressing exception in the catch block. You should think about propagating the exception using throws. Are you understanding my point? So exception raised here will propagate to service, will pass it to controller, will pass it to client. So client can give to end user. What do you say, guys? I will take separate discussion on it. For the time being, client is not just responsible to give inputs to display output. It is even responsible to display problems that are raised, to display errors that are raised. When that is possible, whenever problem is raised in DAO, it is not passing to service. It is eating here itself. It is suppressing here itself. So if it is not gone to service, how does it goes to controller? If it is not gone to controller, how does it goes to view component, right? So what should I do? Stop suppressing exceptions. that are raised in each layer. Start passing exception, propagating exception from one layer to another layer till client layer or till presentation layer, so that it can be presented to end user. So that it can be presented to end user. Come on, guys. I'll tell one small issue here. I'll tell one small real life example here. CEO, director, manager, supervisor, worker. 5 people are there, 5 layers are there. Worker is working on mission. Some problem came in the mission. He is suppressed in the fear. Supervisor knows it? No. Manager knows it? No. Director knows it? No. CEO knows it? No. So since problem is not solved, missionary won't work properly. Does it affect in the production or not? That is definitely that affects production or not. Say something, my dear. Definitely that affects. So what should happen? Whenever problem is raised in the missionary by labor, it should be passed to supervisor. That should be passed to what is that? Manager. Manager should propagate to director. Director should propagate to CEO. CEO can take the major decision of replacing that costly machine, so that production will be smooth, everything will be smooth. Okay. Who is giving up inputs to application? End user. Through using which he is giving inputs? Through the client application. He expecting output from where? Client application. He should also expect errors from where? Client application. Come on. But when errors comes to client, even though they are raised in other layers, if they are not suppressing exception in their own layer, if they are passing exception to what? Other layer, next, until it reaches to client. So once it reaches to client, it can be passed to end user or not. I hope you are understanding my point. Array, end user means the person who operates the application. Client means software application. Browser is client. The person who operates browser is end user. Without knowing this, you are sitting in Spring classes, completed engineering, and I am teaching Spring to you. Either I should jump into the river or I should throw you in the river. Muddy fellow. Sorry to say directly on your face. How client is different from end user. Grow up, man. Grow up. There should be value for your engineering, boss. Mobile is end user or device. Mobile is device, maybe client device while using certain application. The person who is operating mobile is what? End user. And see how clearly the end user, end person operating the services, utilizing the services. Fine. Mr. Nagendra, ask these questions. No problem. But at the same time, try to improve common sense little bit. Pradeep, if end user don't know problem, end user need not to see exception as a technical message, boss. Need not to see, you will see those problems as a non-technical guiding messages. Abdul Mohid, it will come in future. Please, I'll introduce one by one. I'll introduce one by one. No doubt in that. Everything, it is just background preparation. Many things are going to come. Don't excite. The people who knows a little bit of laid application knowledge, they are exciting. Control your excitement. Please hand over your brain as if you don't know anything here. Okay, guys. Right, guys. I'll talk much about this exception propagation. Don't worry. Now I'm bringing my Bahubali into picture, boss. The real Bahubali into picture. Everyone be ready, guys. Everyone be ready. Your brain will glow like anything. Okay, guys. Now tell me. Array. No, listen. Array. If I want to use DAO class logics in service class, DAO class object is required in service? Required or not required? Just answer my question. Don't deviate here and there. Required. So can I say DAO is a dependent class, service is a target class? Yes. If I give DAO class and service class to Spring container as Spring Beans, I can make Spring container loading both classes, creating objects of both classes, assigning DAO class object to service class. What do you say, guys? What do you say, guys? Same thing. Service class object can be injected to controller na by taking controller as the target class, service as the dependent class. What do you say, my dears? Okay. Here, tell me, having has a property. Having has a property, no doubt. Here, service is playing two roles. It is targeted to DAO, dependent to controller. Come on. It is a target class to DAO class. It is dependent class to controller class. Yes or no? Na? Sir, I am excited now. Hey, it is not circular. It is not circular, dirty fellow. Is it circular dependency injection? It is not. It is not. It is just targeted to DAO, dependent to controller. It's like father is a son to grandfather and father to his son, right? Linear only. It's a purely linear. It's not a circular. Okay. Now I know that you are excited to say, sir, I will inject a controller to client. I will inject a class can be target and dependent at a time. No permanent target, no permanent dependence. It's all about prospective. That's it. It's all about prospective. Is that clear, guys? Super, super. Sir, I am excited and I will inject the controller to client application. No, because in client application, if you go for injection, where you create container. That's why in client application, I will create IOC container. I call factory.getBean of controller bean ID. So then what happens? I will get controller class object now, boss, so that I can give inputs to controller class method. That method called service class method. That method called DAO class method. DAO class method talks to database software. Database software gives results to DAO. DAO passes to service. Service passes to controller. Controller passes to client. So actually, if you want, you can inject controller to client, but I don't encourage that. Why? And in the client itself, container is there. So container can get any bean class object by passing bean ID to what? Factory.getBean method or not. So do I need to take client application as a target there? Not required, because client application itself having container, right? The person who is having sweet shop, should purchase sweets from the market? No. The person who is having IOC container should become a target or dependent to someone to get some object? No. By passing bean ID of any bean class, he can get the bean class object or not? He can definitely get the bean class object or not? I want reply. Enjoyed my statement, guys? Okay, now you are connected. How real-time people uses dependency injection? Is it dated wish message generator style? Is it Flipkart DTTC style? No. I used real-time injection in my project to inject DAO to service, service to controller. Yes or no? Yes or no? Or in client application, we can write scanner, not a problem. What is your issue? Okay, now listen. You take hospital domain project, banking domain project. These layers are common now. So now if someone asks you, where did you use dependency injection in your project? Where did you use dependency injection in your project? Come on. Where did you use dependency? Without worrying about domain of your project, environment of the project, you can say, my project is layered application. Having controller, service, and DAO layers. In that process, I injected DAO to service, service to controller with the support of dependency injection. Interviewer will be happy or not, guys? Interviewer will be happy or not, guys? Come on. Tell me, are we learning simple subject or everything with respect to project? This is just introduction. Factory.getBean to get controller class object. Right now, I'm taking standalone layered application. You think is that only? Okay. Sir, why you are not injecting controller to client? Simple reason. Who is having container client application? When it is having container, when all these are beans, by passing bean ID, I can get any Spring Bean object or not. So do I need to inject controller to client application? Controller to client application? No. Why? All these are managed by IOC container. That IOC container is there in the client application. By passing bean ID, I can get any class object anywhere or not. I can get any class object to client or not. Then why should I go for what? Injecting controller to client. When I can get through factory.getBean method, that is nothing but container created in the client application. That is nothing but container created in the client application. Understanding my statement, guys? Array. Outsiders should purchase sweets from sweet shop. The person who is having sweet shop should purchase sweet shop? No. The application who is having container should participate in injection to get other class object are not required. By using that container, it can get any object that is required or not. Any object in required or not. Archel application.xml is a Spring Bean configuration file having all these configurations. Dirty fellow. All these configurations of all these classes configuration as Spring Beans will be there in what? Application context.xml. Okay. Where did you use? This is just introduction. Today, I just introduction what is what. Real story is big. So many things. Where did you use real-time DI? real-time DI in your project. Where did you use real-time DI in your project? Your bulbs are glowing or not glowing? The people who knows already spring, they should feel, okay, I'm getting clarity. Yes or no? Na? The people who don't know spring, they should understand how spring is being used in the projects. Both are benefited. Both are benefited. Answer. My project is layered application. Layered application. Yeah, if you don't know JDBC, how much you can recollect. Remaining nothing, everything else, nothing to worry. My project is layered application. In that project, multiple layer classes are there. Classes are there like DAO class, service class, controller class, and etc. and etc. By configuring these classes as Spring Beans for IOC container, we make the IOC container injecting DAO class object to service class object and service class object to controller class object. Okay. Controller class object. Understanding my statement, guys? Okay. The client application gets controller class object having the injected service comma DAO class objects by calling factory.getBean method. Factory.getBean method. Factory.getBean method. So when I call controller class object, controller will have service, service will have DAO. Here is my service, guys. Here is my this one, guys. Here is my controller, guys. Controller service DAO. Everyone convinced, my dears? Everyone convinced, my dears? Right. I think you can give left and right to interviewer. If you ask where did you use dependency injection in your project, you have a solid answer to give. This is just 20% of the background preparation. Another 80% of background preparation is there. Then I will give storyboard of the mini project. Then we develop the mini project. Sir, you are taking mini project so early, sir. You are taking mini project so early, sir. I am wantedly taking so early so that you will connect it to Spring in real-time utilization so early. It is not at all early. This is the right way of learning it. But from your side also cooperation is required. In this project, nearly I am going to write 500 to 600 lines of code. And multiple concepts will come together. So that's why from your side also cooperation is required. We will develop multiple mini projects, guys. Hey, day-to-day confidence is increasing. Subject is increasing. You are getting confidence. Are you getting confidence? Kundan Kumar, really it happened. I'm very happy. I'm really very happy. Everyone please read The Power of Singleton class. Everyone please read it. The Power of Singleton designing what we do here. Yeah, I'm giving something here. Please watch. Before coming to tomorrow's class, I want you people to watch these videos. Rahul Kumar, you definitely need to study Sarlet JDBC parallelly. Definitely it is required in future. Koti, when I launch microservices, I will let you know. Don't worry. Thank you guys. Right. Don't miss the tomorrow. Again, I'm telling well in advance. Tomorrow I can take max of 1 hour session. I cannot take 1.5 hour to 1 hour 40-minute session. I have some other work to do. So tomorrow you'll be having class, but it will be for 1 hour. Right. Yeah, Nitish, you can send. You can definitely send. Hey, already that question is asked in JP Morgan interview. That's cool. Did you give confidence answer? Start time same. Start time same. Ankit, initial classes backup videos are given. After that, no more videos will be given. These are the last backup classes we can provide. After that, you have to attend all classes regularly. Yes. Rahul, I didn't prepare the PDF and I don't do that dirty work. You download and you prepare PDF by merging all the paintbrush. Sorry, don't make me to do dirty work of DTP. Right. You want reflection API? Yeah, see this. But that is not my B by Harikrishna sir. That is from Harikrishna sir. Okay, listen, I will give one simple solution. Go to Naresh IT YouTube channel, type the topic name by faculty name. Topic name by faculty name. You will get every video. Maximum videos you will get it. Whatever we kept for those things, definitely videos will come. Thank you guys.